What's good, everybody? Shout out to the commenter nation, greatest nation since United Nations. I'm coming to y'all with a different type of one. Let's talk about it. We've seen X go at a time when he was in his prime. There's recently also been the Pop Smoke thing. I'm not really into his music, but I did see that his demise happened. I seen people do videos on that. Now we're dealing with a situation to think about Nick Blixky. I actually looked into this because I just seen Pop Smoke go and I'm like, another NY related artist, and I really tried to look into it with detail to understand it, and I figured out there's really no detail to it. It makes no sense to me. He was 21 years old. Pop Smoke was like 20 years old. This is a sign and a symbol that if you're 20 and under, you're free game. That means that you're free game for anyone that needs somebody to come up off of. You'd have to be absolutely amazing for them not to find you a threat in the game or find you disposable. There has to be something special about you as an artist. Every artist just wants money, wants to party, wants to look a certain way. You as an artist have to bring something to the table if they're going to allow you to be 21 under and enter the game in this day and age. Because what you guys are rapping about, people have been talking about for ages. The thing is, there's something different that's expected. And there's companies handing you money after you sign the deal. Number one is make sure you know what you're signing. That's number one. Honestly, I'm guarantee you, if we looked at their contract, we would understand part of why they are no longer here. I'm just being honest with you. I believe the contract has a lot to do with why they're not here, personally. Because the thing is, companies in this day and age don't have money to put up for it to be wasted on a star singing and rapping and dancing about the same thing. The thing is, these guys are looking at the big money and they think it's the end all be all, but it's not. It's just the beginning of the end. Honestly, that's what the whole goal is. When you accept that money and sign that dotted line, it's basically like you signing the deal. Make sure you know what you're signing. That's number one. I just wanted to put that out there because when I looked into the stories and I started looking at the things, signs, and symbols around it, these young guys are signing for the big money fast because it's fast money. They're not thinking about what they're truly signing. And that is part of why this stuff is happening. Somebody allegedly sent me a snippet of one of the contracts. Allegedly. I don't know if it's true. And what I read and what I looked at, what happened made sense. You gotta read the finer detail or have a lawyer with you that you trust. Not any lawyer, not their lawyer, your lawyer. You want to be educated and well-rounded to understand, because some of this stuff I'm looking at, let's look at one of the cases, Nick Blixky. It said he was shot in the torso and the buttocks. Now let me say this, those type of things, we've seen that. I could go back to mafia style situations where they off the person. Those were two common places they were shot. And if you study that and you look at the sign and symbolism around, it makes sense why that type of route was chosen. I'm gonna tell you what I believe. I believe that he signed everything, but there was something about his deal he didn't like. That's all I can really put out for now till I truly know. I personally, my opinion, believe there was something about his deal he didn't like after he signed it and everything. But that's why you got to be prepared. You got to know with this game comes twists and turns. You don't just get that big money for no reason. They're not just going to hand you that money and let you do what you want. That's not how it works. Dang, now I got the bird interrupt. Yo, the bird's interrupting. Come on now. I can't tell the bird to shut up. Yo, the bird never chirped that much ever. He's always here. He never chirps. I be looking at him in the morning trying to get him to chirp. He don't chirp. But now he wants to chirp. Crazy. It's crazy. I can't make this stuff up. Yo, honestly, you guys need to look into it and understand more that this is strongly about what these guys signed. It's not just random. Especially being that there is being evidence and people saying allegedly that they believe law enforcement had to do with Nick Blixky's situation. I don't know that to be true, but let's think about this. If he's from the place and he's rapping there about stuff he did, what if they have evidence of a homicide and what he's rapping about fits it? Think about that. That's why when you're rapping and what you're rapping about, you got to be careful. These places don't like that stuff. A cop's not going to let a criminal flex on them and brag about crimes he did in the place where he's at. That day and age is over. They're showing you clearly, law enforcement is showing you clearly, they're not accepting that behavior. You're not going to rap about committing crimes after you commit them around us and get away with it. They're tired of justice not coming through. So that's something to think about if you want to get on the mic and rap about stuff you did. They aren't playing anymore. And I'm telling you, playing with the police like that, that is not what you want to do. They aren't going to play with you because they know they deal with criminals every day. They know how to get around the law. They're going to get around it. They're going to not play with you and get around it. And I don't even need to talk about the 6ix9ine thing. Honestly, I don't even know if I feel like talking about it because he knows what he did and he knows what he was involved in. And I'm going to just say, this isn't new. He's been in that situation. This situation isn't new. This isn't random. He didn't randomly just side with the police because of that situation. I don't care what you hear. There's definitely situations that start to make sense now. When did they come to him and he decided to sign on? Don't you get, what did I say so many videos ago? I told you, there are some people put in the industry to catch some of you up. They're put in the industry to lure you in and catch you up. That's what their job is. If we're looking at it that way, I think he did a flawless job. Flawless. He did it perfectly. No one realized it. No one caught him. He went through. Now he's making millions. He's making more money than half the rappers that have been in the game for years and did it. And he got away with telling on somebody in a situation. And he's about to walk away scot-free, flexing on you all with fame intact and his pride intact. It's to make you guys feel stupid. That's what it's to do. It's trying to incite and bring out the people who do these violent things they rap about. My advice to y'all is chill out, let it be. But if you don't, be ready for what comes from it, because it's not going to be war with a person in the street. I'm telling you. Some people aren't part of that. They're not part of, everybody rapping about the streets aren't in the streets. Some people are actually part of the law enforcement that you guys talk about hating. And they're there to make sure and see what you're actually doing. So that's my warning to a lot of people. I'm making again. I told y'all earlier, some of these guys are part of something that you can't believe. Earlier, I also told you, if you go back and look at my 6ix9ine videos, I blatantly told you that when he did that and when he got them guys caught up, it was more people in on it. It wasn't just him that talked about it. He wasn't the only person in the situation they used. But I guarantee you one of the people that they used in the situation is going to go free too and end up somewhere else doing work for them. And it's not being a cop hater or being a feds hater. It's just telling the truth. So all these guys rapping about stuff, maybe you can rap about something else. How about rap about empowering our youth? Rap about empowering the world we live in. We just went through Corona. We're really going to rap about the same thing. It's like as times change, can we grow and change and gain knowledge with it? Come on now. Are we going to grow and get smart with it? Or are we going to let ourselves fail at that? We can't fail at that. If we fail at that, we lose everything. As a nation, as a society, for humanity, I'm trying to help everybody see a little different. I'm just trying to bring a different angle so you understand. R.I.P. Nick Blixky. And I'm telling you, other rappers that are young coming up, please rap about something different, or at least do it different. Rap to bring your family out the hood, not to brag about what you gained. Rap to help your family, not to brag. People got to stop bragging. Please don't brag about your money or your women or your cars. Talk about uplifting family. That's what's most important. In this time where we're in a pandemic, can we at least grow with the pandemic? Be grateful that we're the ones that survived it and that there's actually people who are burying their family, can't even bury them, that are saying goodbye to family they can't bury. Let's be different. Let's do what's different in a society, since us as African Americans are deemed to be failing to do that. Let's prove them otherwise. All rights reserved.